Good afternoon, this is Jack from theartofchart.net, and this is the intraday video for the afternoon of Tuesday the 27th of February. Our disclaimer, we do this for educational purposes only. We're here to share our technical analysis with you. We hope you can take some of what we're doing and learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. We're not here to issue trading signals. Now, interesting morning on ES, seeing a bit of weakness. There was a nice little double top here. I called the target on the Twitter feed at 59 and we made it. We haven't actually made it any further than that. Nonetheless, there is a prospect we could go lower. Stan and I were talking about this yesterday because it looked likely that we were going to get this retracement. And what I was talking about this as being is a 15-minute chart retracement, which is the majority of the signals are on the 15-minute chart. SPX, this is the 15-minute signal. Have we reached the possible near-miss target? No, we haven't. And we have reached it on the RSI 5, but we've not reached it on the RSI 14. This is holding the prospect of further downside. I've also got this rising support trend line here in about the 2750 area, shade higher on ES, I think, but this is an attractive target to go reach. Obviously, it could break. We got a lot of support here. When we get down here, and this could be a head and shoulders for me at the moment, of course, but when we get down here, we've got the weekly pivot at 53/4. We've got the rising support trend line, 50/51. And then we got this gap support down to about, I don't know, 48. So we've got 5 or 6 handles of really, really solid support. This is a possible breakaway gap. And this is the sort of thing where we could leave an island top, but only if we broke down overnight. So for today, this is strong support. If we actually see a break below it, we could go a lot lower. Potentially go and touch weekly pivot. Sorry, yesterday's low, 52.75. Then we got rising support, 50/1. And then gap support down to about 48. So if we can go through all those, we can get down to the weekly pivot, which is obviously at about 26, as I recall. Let's have a look. Yep, 26.08. Now, let's have a look at the other indices. Now, we've got NDX. I've also got hourly RSI 5 sell signals, but you'll very often see these when you have RSI 14 on the frame below. So we've got the RSI 14 again. Again, it hasn't reached the possible near-miss target. This has tested, slightly more than tested actually, rising support, which is clearly broken at the low on the NQ chart, but not clearly broken on the NDX chart yet. On RUT, we've got again. Did we have a 15-minute sell signal? Yes, we did. And that has reached the possible near-miss target. So could we be forming head and shoulder patterns here on RUT? Most definitely. And if we were to see a serious support break this afternoon, then these could play out into targets considerably lower. Do we have one on NDX? No. Well, actually, yes, maybe. Slightly down sloping. But yeah, that would work. So there is a prospect for going lower here. This could be an extended wave B if we do go lower here. But at the moment, I wouldn't make any assumptions, and I'm treating that strong support as strong support until it is broken. Now, yes, here. This is the rising support, 50/1. This is the low of the day. This is yesterday's low. That's at 52.75. So we've got quite a lot of support. We shall see. We haven't got a sell signal here on the 60-minute. We did have no, actually we do have one. It's made the possible near-miss target. It's a very ugly signal. It's very poorly formed. This is for the second high. It's not one I like to see. Potentially, it's almost made the possible near-miss target, but probably just needs a little lower. That's supporting a little more downside, but that may just be to go and retest yesterday's low. NQ, we didn't have a signal. I think this was a marginal lower high. So nothing really to report there, except for the fact that obviously this rising support trend line, which is a rising channel support trend line with the channel receding off into the far distance, channel resistance, then we've broken the support here, and that means that channel resistance is no longer a target, which is actually something of a relief, as it was the best of the channels on the indices. TF, haven't seen a lot of movement. You can see the possible head and shoulders here. That looks as though it would need a few more hours to form. on TF, but yeah, maybe. Is this still a possible double top? Yes, it is. Obviously, if we see a break in conversion below about 1518. We're a long distance away from that, but if we get there, then maybe. Right, moving on to DX.